everybody, welcome to the channel. It's Ron Robertson here. RR, I don't want to be a pirate. Well, you're here. Let's get on with it. Thinking outside the box. We're going to work on, here's what's in the box, the Mustang Micro headphone amp from Fender. Here it is here. It's a small headphone amp. 1/4-inch jack into your guitar, volume, on-off switch, a selector here for your amps, effects if you want to do that. USB-C goes in here to charge it or to take it to your computer, and an 1/8-inch plug. So I bought one of these used because I wanted one, because we're all sitting around, we're musicians at 3 in the night, and we can't play because of the wife, girlfriend, neighbors, whatever. We don't want to wake people up in the middle of the night. So we get one of these. And you know what? It's awesome. Any of the headphone amps I think are awesome for practice. They all work great. But I want to concentrate on the Fender Mustang Micro. Not the Plus, the Micro. I had one of these. I thought, hey, I'm going to go get the Plus. It's got way more effects. Let's go get one of those. So I go to the store, I buy a new one. Take it home, played it 20 minutes, back to the store. Yeah, it has about 100 different effects, and amps with effects. It's awesome. Different sounds. It's really cool on your headphones. But on the Micro, I want the Fender Deluxe 64 reverb. It's the second button I hit. On the Plus, it's about the 51st or 52nd button you hit. Now, it's cool, all those different sounds. If you want to sit and noodle all night long and just fool around, that's fine. The Mustang Micro Plus is what I'm talking about, noodling around, is a toy. This, the regular Mustang Micro, which is only $10 cheaper in Canada, is a tool. And tools are important because you know what we do with tools? We make money. We go out, we gig. Take the Plus, forget about it. Get yourself a Mustang Micro if you're interested. So the main part of this is going to be, can we use this as our modular amplifier? Are there pros and cons? Yes. Have I done it? Yes. Can you make money with it? Yes. Is the price right? Yes. The brand newish Fender modular amps, the bigger ones, is around $2,000 Canadian. I'm in Canada. Like I said, I got one of these used for $80 at the store. So it had a guarantee. I could take it back, which is awesome. So I take it. I take my 1/4-inch. There's your headphone jack. Stereo, mono, doesn't matter. 1/4-inch here. We plug our cord into there. We plug it into the back of this. Plug it into our guitar. Make sure it's sturdy. Plug it into our amplifier. It's making noise. The heavier channels aren't that good. But the 64 is okay, but it's making a lot of noise, a lot of hum. I take a monitor I have hanging around this one, and here's an old monitor amp, an old PM100. This is an old Yorkville. We're in Canada, like I said, Yorkville. Yeah, just any old monitor. Plug it in. It's by the floor. It's still noisy. I'm still not happy with it. So I did a gig with I rented a Dream 65, and that was fine at a smaller venue. But I still like the Mustang Micro. It's the code. I like the sound of the 64. On top of that, 3 buttons more. The 64 is the red one. You just go click, click, click on the bottom, and I'm into a British 70s. I used to play a JCM 800 back in the day, as old as this. And if sometimes you're somewhere, somebody needs a heavy sound, like you're playing a telly or whatever, bang it off. You just go click, 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 I'm there. So that's great. But the problem is there was noise. And you'll notice most people with the head rushes and stuff, they have them up here on a speaker stand. If I put this system on the floor, I make noise. If I put it up here on the speaker stand, suddenly most of the noise is gone. I'm not an expert on this. I'm the same as you. I'm just finding out as I go. I'm just looking into modular amps. I don't know why. It's just how it is. So we want it up on a speaker. So I do that, and all of a sudden it sounds good. Single coils are noisier. I just did a gig the other week with P90s on a Les Paul Classic. It was fine, as long as the speaker's up. I did bring along a noise gate just in case. You don't know about the electrical in places. You may want to use a noise gate. But yes, this can be used. Here it is again. So small, so easy, so portable. You need two of them. The batteries do wear out. You need two. So that's all great. I got the sound I want. The code, whoever made up this code, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. It's awesome. It sounds better on the Micro than the Plus, and I don't know why. So there you go. So we're playing a gig. I've done a couple of gigs. It works. You heard it. That was the bridge, then split, and then neck pickup on the beginning. Sounds all right. I'm not the kind of guy who wants to fool around. I just want the sound there. We all struggle with our tone. This gives me the tone right away. It's there. Boom. It's in. You can have them with the pedals. The more there is to play with, the worse it is for me. I have like 2 pedals going in a tuner. So 3 if you want to count the tuner. That's all I'm using. So to me, that's a lot of pluses. I can take it anywhere I go. I have tube amps. To sound good, a tube amp needs to be up to about 3, maybe a little more. A 20 watt or more tube amp at 3 is loud. If you're playing outside at a big festival, fine. But if you're playing a bar, a club, a Legion, a restaurant, which most of us are, you're going to hurt people's ears. You can't do it. Back in the day when I played the JCM 800, I used to turn it against the wall because I was trying not to hurt people, but we didn't care as much back then. Now we care, and the restaurant owners care, and the bar owners care, and the club owners care. If it's a smaller venue, you got to play quieter. You take a modular amp like this, or the pedal one, the volume at 1 and the volume at 10, the signal should be the same. On top of that, the signal you're sending to the front of the house should be the same. And that's great. Then I know what it's going to sound like out front. Now, there are some catches. Let's get into the cons, because there are a lot of cons before you go out and buy one. You should go buy one, use it as a headphone amp. But you should get one anyways, I think. And let's go through the cons. Like I said, the positives were it's inexpensive. It sounds good. It's easy. It's portable. I can take it anywhere. There are some cons. I was playing the other day, and I have 2 of them. The used one I bought, I get onto the stage, I plug this in, it splits. They're flimsy. The plastic split open. Now, I was able to close it up again, but I have 2 of them. I grabbed the other one. I plugged it in instead. Again, you got to have 2. They're battery powered. You recharge with USB-C. But how long are the batteries going to last? Last gig I played, I used one for the first 2 sets. I play 1-hour sets. I'm doing originals and I'm doing covers. It was fine. For the third set, I thought, there's another hour. I grabbed the other one out of my pocket and plugged it in just in case the battery goes off. So that is a con. The noise is a definite con that I was talking about earlier. And the thing that you might need a noise gate. Depending on the venue, you should almost carry a noise gate with you just in case. The fact that it's basically got to be up in the air to sound perfect. I don't know if it's to do with the hydro, whatever. Those are pretty big cons. I don't know. For me, I'm going to continue using it. I'm going to gig with it until I find something else. I'm going to find out more as I go along. There may be other videos just on this. Do I recommend it? Yes. Are there cons? Yes, and you should be aware of them. You should try it out at home, see how it works, move the speaker in the amp to different positions. If you have a head rush or something, it might be easier for you. I'm just doing this way. It's easy. So, just so you know, the beginning of the video where I was playing, there's like 6-week-old strings on here, and it's recorded on this $100 Rhodes mic that I'm recording my vocals on. There's nothing fancy going on. There's nothing hidden. This is what it sounds like. This is the sound that you're getting without it doing anything fancy. I think it's great. Am I going to play 1,000? Say there's a festival with 1,000 people. Ooh. Do I want to risk something going on? This is a big gig, let's say. Do I want to risk the headphone amp blowing up and me plugging another one in or falling apart? I don't know if you can safely do that. I'd have to think about it. But for now, most of the places and gigs I'm playing are smaller, and it's working. I'm going to continue doing it, whether I'm using the Les Paul or this, or the gig before I did with a Stratocaster, and that worked fine too. Uh, yeah, recommend it. So thanks for dropping by the channel. Thanks for listening to me go on. A little bit of a rant here and there. Give us a like and a subscribe if you can. And thanks for being here. And I hope this was helpful. And if you can't be anything else, at least try to be kind. See you all next time.